Welcome back to another episode of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Superintendent Edition. So, this is how it works because I don't think I explained it the first episode. In order to be acknowledged, you must do something to fight against the negative culture in New York City transit subways as a manager, right? And it could be something as simple as better communication between the hourlies and management because for the people out there who's not familiar with how the New York City transit system work, the only time you really have interaction with management is for something negative. They don't come out to talk to their employees. They don't come out to introduce themselves. They don't do anything to try to create better morale, a more friendlier workplace environment. They do absolutely nothing. And the ones who do, they are so far few in between that it's easy to really come across them and shout them out. And for the ones who are trying to create change, they are met um, by their own superiors with ridicule, um, downing them, saying certain things to them to try to not have them foster a better work relationship between the hourlies and the managers. And the people who I see trying to change the culture are the managers with 5 and less years. It's not the managers who stuck in this old boy culture, this old boy network. It's not them. Now you do have managers out there who are friendly to hourlies, right? They go out to eat with them. You got some, they have sex with each other, whatever the case may be. I'm not talking about y'all because those type of relationships is not beneficial to the whole group, right? So um let me just hit the drum roll for our first contestant. We gonna start off with the good. We gonna start off with the good, then I'm gonna get to the bad. Drum roll, please. We have Superintendent Ali Hyder. He works on the 7 line. And the reason why he's getting the knowledge today is because some women over there at Main Street had some issues with the bathroom. They contacted me. I said, let me find out who is the superintendent over there. I sent Superintendent Hyder an email regarding the issues. He quickly responded. He investigated. I felt the investigation was fair. And also within his email, he sent me this, which I felt was very important and beneficial to the whole group. He created, I don't know if he created it, but it's done over there. He sent it to me. Something called a portal called Comments, Concerns, and Compliments. And it says, we want to hear from you. Scan the QR code below and submit your comments, concerns, and compliments to the 7 Line management team. Thank you for your dedication and your service. And it says all submissions are made are anonymous. I clicked on it, asked a couple of questions. That's it. And we need more of this because this breeds better morale. We have a lot of employees out there who feel that management or supervision as a whole is not listening to our concerns. And for this portal to be created um, for the employees on the 7 Line, I'm kind of jealous because we don't have nothing like that at Stillwell where there's something for the D line, there's something for the F line, there's something for the N line, there's something for the Q line. We don't have anything like that out there. Um, and I feel that this is very, very important to create better morale, to create a better, more positive relationship between management and the hourlies. So even though Superintendent Hyder did not give me the answer that I was seeking 100%. What I did was forward this portal to the employees over there. And I said, hey, look, what you have to do is submit your concerns or your comments, whatever it may be, and get other people who feel like you to submit those comments and concerns. And maybe you could get the change that you want to see. And, I salute the 7 Line for being transparent in this manner. You know, and it boggles my mind as to why there's not a uniform um portal regarding this type of inquiry into the comments, concerns, and compliments coming from the hourlies. So once again, I would like to shout out Superintendent Ali Haida. Continue the good work. Now, I just want to make this clear. Um, I don't even know Superintendent Haida, and I know that everybody don't have the same interaction with everyone. Somebody may have a good interaction with one person, and that same superintendent may have a negative interaction with someone else. This is in no way trying to dilute whatever negative interaction you may have with one superintendent. I'm not trying to do that, but I am trying to acknowledge the positive aspects of what's going on that could benefit us as employees. So we gonna start off there. Now to what people like. People like the drama. People like the gossip, but nothing over here is gossip. So let me hit the drum roll for the bad. For the bad, we have these two gentlemen. Let me put up this would be better. Let me put up this picture. This would be better. We have Superintendent Mark J. Wolodarski, and we have Superintendent Richard De Jesus. Yes, De Jesus. Um, Now the reason why they being nominated for the bad, and we gonna start with Mark J. Wolodarski. As you guys know, I am a journalist, right? I get news, anonymous news sources, and someone I think maybe over a year ago sent me that allegedly Superintendent Mark J. Wolodarski is the one bringing non-employees onto the property, giving them vests, allegedly giving them passes, whichever way he's allowing them to come on the property. And I actually posted a video of him having a PATH employee on the property. Someone who don't work here. Actually, this PATH employee was riding a work train. And Mark J. Wolodarski, he works at 130 Livingston. He's obviously friends with SIR. And his punishment, there was none. And Mark J. Wolodarski also allegedly put out a defamatory note and shared it throughout the whole building in 130 Livingston, talking about how a superintendent was giving me information, passing me envelopes or whatever outside of 130 Livingston, which was 100% untrue. But allegedly, this note originated from him. And as far as Superintendent Richard De Jesus, he sent a TSS at me to try to get me to change my statement, and he was working alongside Mr. Nepotism ethics violation himself, Charles Henschke, to try to sabotage me to get me written up to make me look like a liar, changing the statement on the G2. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up these two guys is because I mentioned on the first episode that SIR had me sit down with them for like 4 or 5 hours. It was a long time, investigating me, asking me questions, asking me weird questions. And the superintendents that was brought up that I had problems with, all of a sudden, this is what they started doing. They started following me, and I mean, not even following me, but spying on my LinkedIn. And I'm quite sure they spying on my other social media websites. It's just that you can't track who's viewing your pages. LinkedIn allows you to allow you to see who's viewing your page. And ironically, the two superintendents that I mentioned, or the three superintendents that I mentioned, have been checking out my LinkedIn, right? It started with Henschke a couple of weeks ago. He claims he doesn't have social media. He claims that he doesn't follow me. He doesn't do whatever. But I have been told anonymously that Henschke listens to all my shows while on the clock. He stalks my social media while on the clock. I actually have messages of that from people who would have knowledge of that, right? Also, um, when I sat down with SIR, De Jesus and Mark J. Wolodarski name came up, right? Now, all of a sudden, all of these managers' names who were mentioned during this supposed confidential interview have checked into my LinkedIn. I find that strange. I don't think that SIR conduct fair investigations. I think that they work with certain managers and they give certain managers scoops as to what's going on. And actually, I'm not going to say allegedly on that. I know for that firsthand that they are sharing information with managers who have nothing to do um, with the investigation and casually talking to managers about investigations involving me, Tremel Thompson, and that will come out sooner than later. But these guys, I just changed the screenshot. These guys are checking out, habitually checking out my LinkedIn page. I don't know what are they looking for. I just find it ironic that I go sit down with SIR, mention certain managers' names who are targeting me, and all of a sudden these managers are now checking out my social media pages. So it shows you that SIR do not conduct fair investigations. I'm actually going to do a show on them. Those people who do the investigations, I'm going to let you know what I know about their backgrounds, and I know for a fact, I'm not. This is not allegedly that um investigators and SIR talk to other managers who have nothing to do with the investigation, who have nothing to do with nothing, and tell them who's coming, who have to come down for interviews and things of that nature. So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling people that these are not my plans, these are God's plans. And whenever you go against God and what God got set out for someone, you're going against his plans, and it's not going to be good. But this is the good, the bad, the ugly superintendent edition. Listen, do something good around here, and I'm going to acknowledge you. It's as simple as that. I'll catch you guys later.